Good morning, good morning, good morning. I thought of something funny as I was starting to speak, and that's why I'm laughing. My jokes are better than anybody else's. Anybody else's joke, because I laugh at my own jokes. So it's great, it's great. We want to thank the Lincoln Road Eatery, and for hosting us again. And so it's wonderful. Everybody's having breakfast, so we should be calm and collected. I get very rowdy when I'm hungry.
Barriguita llena, corazón contento.
We have a wonderful program. Laura Dominguez is here again. That wonderful.
I got this in Spain, but it's imitating Jacob.
Back. And so we're glad that she is here today. You have the floor.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. It is so nice to be here. Tuesday Morning Breakfast Club. Thank you, Maddie, and thank you, Valerie, for always arranging such a great opportunity for residents. So, a little bit about me. Well, first I want to say I'm your commissioner. I've been in the commission for the past 3 years.
No, I don't know how to turn it on.
Ian is here.
On the side? Oh,
Okay. Support. But a little reminder, so I got in a special election in 2022. And a little pause. Para todos los que no entienden inglés, al final yo les estoy hablando con mi clase por So I got in the special election in 2022, and I filled the seat, elected by the people to fill the seat of my late partner, Commissioner Mark Samuel. Hi. And my background, I was born in Miami-Dade County. I've lived here my entire life. I went to Miami-Dade College and the University of Miami. I also graduated from the Leadership Academy in Miami Beach, and it was really, really a fun program, and I learned so much from all of the different departments. I've been a longtime member of many organizations here in Miami Beach, from Miami Beach United and DPL, and many other groups. I've also served on the Neighborhood Association, so I really have a good understanding of city government, how it works, and how to get things done at City Hall. So the past 3 years have been very rewarding. I've worked on projects that Mark started, and I've also done some of my own initiatives as well. Projects that Mark started. He used to walk on the Bay Walk every single day, so that's been a passion of mine to get that completed. He was one of the sponsors of the pedestrian bridge that connects Dade Boulevard with Lincoln, and it's a very heavily used bridge, very convenient, and it leads to access to the Bay Walk. Right now the Bay Walk is choppy, but with several different projects that have come up, some of the buildings in the back have agreed to complete it and have them connected, so we're really excited. The pedestrian bridge is also under construction, and I look forward to having that completed over the next couple of years. The biggest one for me is resiliency, and the private property adaptation program is something that was a first in the country, very innovative. We've set an example, and even the county has done something similar. And the way it started is that 95% of our seawalls are private, and people usually wait until something's an emergency to get some things done. So this was a nudge. The city, on our part, has been doing the 5% of our seawalls. We've made sure that we set the example and gotten them raised. But with the private property adaptation program, even though it was intended initially for seawalls, there are over 30 different resiliency items that people can apply for to get a matching grant. But resiliency is important. Another passion of mine is our infrastructure projects. So we love the things that are above ground, but it's underneath that we really need to tackle. And in certain areas of our city, I know I've said this before, but the underground infrastructure is 50 and 60 years old, and we need to make sure that the GEO bond that we passed in 2018, that those projects are scheduled, funded, and executed. our city secure. Our roads are complicated because some of them were owned by the city, some are county roads, some are state roads. So there's a balancing act, and I think over the last few years we've done better in collaborating with the county and the state so that our city doesn't end up in a gridlock of having multiple projects at one time. So things are getting sequenced and resiliency is in good shape. So recently, the last few years, there's been a lot of chatter about the water quality, specifically in Parkview Island. And I've seen on social media where different reports are being talked about on the water quality and our beaches. So I had a meeting with our Chief Resilience Officer to really get to the facts. The Department of Health in Florida, they have an accredited lab with protocols, and they test our beaches once a week, and we come out with very healthy beaches. On the bay side, particularly Parkview Island, that has been a problem. The last few years, the city and neighboring municipalities have hardened their lines, their sewage lines and other infrastructure lines to make sure that nothing is seeping or leaking out. That particular area in Parkview Island doesn't have water flow, so the city has a scheduled dredging project. But we've determined that that's not going to be enough, and there's new technology called nanobubbles, and it's a generator that helps with the flow of water. So in addition to the dredging, we're going to be looking at, it's a lease to buy, so we'll see if we end up buying it or just leasing the technology to use in that area. We need to do something. It's been a main focus. The residents deserve to have clean water, and we're working very hard to fix it in that area. As far as horticulture, we passed a GEO bond in 2022, the same year that I ran actually, and it passed overwhelmingly. 64% of the people in Miami Beach wanted to have an arts and culture focus. What's great about that is when you look at our different arts and culture institutions, they're all mostly getting a tranche of money to help them with technology, modernize, and make sure that they stay around for years to come. In the Collins Park area, which is a real big arts and culture hub, the Bass Museum is getting some of the funding. There's a rotunda that's being redone right on the campus. The ballet, the Liberty Plaza where we have the concerts, Miami New Drama is going in there, and there is a building with workforce housing for the ballerinas and dancers and actors and musicians that was done in a private, public-private partnership. I've been knocking on doors since February of this year, and one of the things that residents have told me is public safety is a top priority. The mayor appointed me as chair of public safety and the neighborhood quality of life committee. I work closely with the Miami Beach Police Department on different initiatives, and public safety is something that I take very seriously, but it also merges into quality of life. So while some neighborhoods are feeling safe and secure, they have quality of life issues like noise. And so working on different initiatives with MVPD, we have one of the most responsive police departments in the country, I feel. And most recently, our chief has made sure that we are staffed at 100%. That hasn't happened in decades. And I'm thrilled with that. I'm very excited. And he's able to roll out different initiatives to counter some of the problems that residents are bringing up. My background is in travel and tourism, and I worked at different cruise lines and marketing groups. I had hired safety officers whose role is to make sure that they manage traffic. We have a real-time crime center, and that technology with cameras, there's over 800 throughout our city. They're able to see hotspots and take action when needed. Next year is going to be extra special because not only do we have our usual high-impact weekends, but there's a few extra that's going to bring excitement to our iconic city. One is the College Football National Championship. So it's going to take place in South Florida, and there's events and things that are going to happen in Miami Beach, including some broadcasting right from Ocean Drive. And then June and July, FIBA World Cup is going to have 7 games in Miami, and that's also going to bring attention and visitors that want to come to our beaches and are also going to be attending the games. So our city is ready. We are excited about it, and we're looking forward to really getting resort taxes back in line and where they should be. So I launched the campaign in the end of February, and as I mentioned, I have been out knocking on doors and talking to voters and hearing what people have to say and having events all throughout our city. We live in a beautiful place, and we have a very responsive city government. There's more to do, and I'm excited to be a part of the future of Miami Beach and help finish projects that have been started. Look at my website, and if you go to Laura Dominguez, MiamiBeach.com, there's a tab that says accomplishments, and it lists all of the things that I've spearheaded. One thing that I like to do is common sense, practical solutions. So when I first started, I met with the finance department on our business tax receipts. It was antiquated. It needed modernizing, and I helped get that done. The special magistrates, they would have continuances after continuances, and bad actors weren't held accountable. So I met with the legal department, the special magistrate, and we came up with different initiatives that helped tighten the special magistrate process, and now bad actors could be held accountable. With our building department, that's also a big complaint that residents would have. You know, you're trying to do a bathroom or a kitchen or whatever the case is, or a business trying to open up a restaurant and having to wait for the freeze trap. It's something that takes a long time. Well, last year the city hired a consultant, and I'm not kidding. I gave them so many residents and businesses to get feedback, and there's been over 50 suggestions, and I think about 20, 25 of them have already been put through, including having a concierge-like person at the building department. So that's getting better. So if you see any other areas of efficiencies, please let me know, because that's something that's really important to me, is to cut the red tape and really help things move along. So I love Miami Beach. I am very proud to be your commissioner, and I am excited to have your vote in this election. I have been endorsed by the Miami Beach FOP. The police believe in me. I've supported them. I've gone on ride-alongs and voted to help them have the best technology that they need to do their jobs. I've also been endorsed by the firefighters, and again, have a great relationship with them. I've also gone on ride-alongs and want to make sure that they have the newest and best award-winning fleet that they've got. And a lot of the unions have also supported me, which is something that's very exciting and I'm very proud of, because my father, he was a machinist at Eastern Airlines and was a member of the union. And I saw how the unions fought for my father and his colleagues' salaries and making things better. But I'm here, I represent all of Miami Beach, and I'll open it for a few questions.
Wait, Chris. Wait.
No mic, no
question.
no
Yes.
question.
By the way, the mic is not for here, but for the people that we have a lot of people that look at home and go Facebook.
And as her mic is getting put on, I do want to address something. I am getting attacked on a daily basis, and it's been happening for months. getting attacked by a colleague and other elected officials, and they are spreading lies and misinformation about me. I have 5 grown men that are attacking me on a daily basis.
Wow.
And I'm not going to back down. I've been a strong, ethical, and responsive commissioner. I work for you, and tune out the noise, which is what I do. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I have a simple question. Explain the resort taxes again. I heard that they don't go to the residents. Can you explain where that money goes to?
Which tax?
The resort.
So the resort tax goes to a few different areas. It does go to City Hall, but a percentage of it goes to the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau, who serves as our marketing arm to help advertise our city. And they use that money either for them to do communications or different programs, and also to hire outside firms if needed. Like with the spring break up with spring break campaign of 2 years ago, they hired an outside professional firm to do that.
Well,
So
we keep stuff.
we do.
And where do you put it? It's a question.
Um,
I think it goes to the general.
yes, it does go to the general.
What percentage?
I'll find out and I'll let you know.
That's hard to keep because it
Yeah.
fluctuates.
That's a good question.
This is not for you. I told you already.
Yeah, she already said that.
No.
No, I just wanted to point out that when they talk about the marketing, that all those visitors that will come from other countries is because Miami Beach is doing advertising in their countries, and that takes money.
Who else has questions? Can I see
question.
someone here who has questions? We have one back there. Okay.
Any other
Anybody else?
questions?
Right here.
Can you update us on what's happening with the fire department station that kept moving and was postponed from Flamingo? Where is it now?
That's a very good question. So, fire station that's in Flamingo Park is in disrepair, and they had initially talked about the South Shore Community Center about a year or so ago. That was taken off the table, and then a suggestion was given to Flamingo Park, and a couple of meetings ago that was taken off the table. So I'm hoping to get an update maybe at the October 29th meeting to see what's the next step and where we're going to put it. I think the directive at the last meeting that this was discussed was for the city administration to explore other areas.
Okay.
Tiene voz, tiene voz.
Mira, yo quería resaltar el trabajo que usted ha hecho en apoyo a Sabrina Cohen. Pues yo le he visto a usted al sol en Miami Beach ayudando a los más necesitados, a los que tienen problemas. Y eso habla mucho de su carácter. Y eso es muy bonito y son los dirigentes que nosotros necesitamos. Otra cosa, lo que usted se refirió.
And our audience speak English, most of the audience.
English.
Yes, our audience, yes, exactly.
What?
Our audience, most is English, so they won't understand. Yeah. People speak English, the one on Facebook. We have about 1,000 people. They don't understand some of them yet.
Are you saying I should say it in English?
I was just mentioning, yes.
So she wanted to thank Laura because she works very hard at the Sabrina Cohen. He has seen her at the beach, and he has seen her help the people that are disabled.
El otro punto, al final que usted tocó, que es que la han atacado muy duro, pero usted ha sabido defenderse y eso demuestra integridad y fuerza. Y creo que una persona así puede unificar a la comisión para trabajar mejor por la playa.
So he's saying that he has, that you have been attacked very hard, and that you have answered the question forcefully and very respectfully, and that should help the community bring together, that he feels that you can bring the community together.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Back here.
Hi, Commissioner. I have a question. I think you have a budget meeting coming up, and I've been seeing all these emails about the budget. I have a concern as a former elected who put into place things like Unidad Senior Lunch Center with former Mayor Bauer. We started the senior galas. We've started all of these programs for seniors. And I'm afraid that they're going to try to cut it from what I've been reading. Will you commit to keep up funding these programs for our community?
100%. Anytime something has come up for Unidad, I've always championed it, whether as the sponsor or the co-sponsor. It's very important to me. I didn't just show up here. I've been around for over 10 years. When Mark was commissioner, I was by his side and would attend all of the senior events with me. And the seniors are my friends. I love them. I care about them. And there would be no funding that I would cut from that. I want to help with their meals, if we could do things with affordable housing. And I love going to their buildings and celebrating with them.
I want to thank you because you do that for Unidad, and I sit on the board of Unidad. But it's not only because they are your friends, it's also because the seniors that are on Social Security that work like I did for $40 a week, we don't get that much money to cover the price rise on everything else. And so they sometimes at the end of the month, and I know because I sit on the Housing Authority in Rebecca, some of them don't have any money at the end of the month to go shopping. So all these meals that are prepared and given to them is part of surviving. It's not only part of recreation, but it's part of surviving. So I want to thank you because you are always there.
I just want to continue on that. I'm spending time in Boca and Del Rey. They have nothing for seniors. I cannot believe it. If you want to take a dance class in either Boca or Del Rey, it's $30 to $40 a class. So somebody said, well, there's 2 YMCAs in Boca. Go there. So I called them. You have to join for $125 a year to use the pool, and then they charge you for classes. I am just so thankful for what happens here with the, the yoga and all the things that we have.
A lot of activities, yeah.
And everybody, because for children also, the city of Miami Beach is
amazing.
good. And has always been for a very long time.
The food that we provide to the senior, is that Miami Beach funded or is Miami-Dade? Because I know I heard in Miami-Dade that we're going to cut some of those in Miami-Dade, but is it funded for us here by Miami Beach?
It's mostly Miami Beach. Earlier this year, we had to increase our funding for Unidad because there was some critical county funding federal funding that they were counting on that was cut. I think the county still came through with their portion.
Yes, it is exactly like Commissioner Dominguez said. It comes from federal, it comes from county, it comes from state, and mostly it comes from the city. The world of the United States is in such state of turmoil that the only steady really that we can count on is the city, because they have stopped funding a lot of stuff that we used to be able to do, and the seniors really don't understand. They where the money is coming. It's just that they get less. Any other questions?
Of course, I was worried for a second
we
there.
started to get worried.
Yes.
Yes, my question is about the bikes and the scooters not obeying the stop signs, especially in South Beach here. You see them running it all the time. I'm just wondering, can we have the police department keep a tally that we could look at to see how the enforcement is going, how they're doing on that? Could you maybe make arrangements so that we can see if they're doing their job?
Happy to do that. And is there a particular area in Flamingo Park that you think is...
The South Beach area
Okay.
and
In
the
general.
Flamingo area in general. we have stop signs and all this, and they're always being run. I just don't know exactly how much injuries are taking place, but because I'm not monitoring the emergency rooms, but I'm almost assured that the way they're acting, that there's a lot of injuries happening, and I would like to know what enforcement actions are being taken so that we, the citizens, can somewhat monitor this.
Okay. Because I'm not there.
So we have area captains in the Miami Beach Police Department throughout our city, and under them is the police officers that go out and execute the directives that are given by the commission. And I will make sure that I bring this up, that the scooters, not obeying traffic laws, and bikes are a problem and dangerous.
Especially these motorized
So
ones.
thank you for bringing that up. I will share that. Sandra, you got a question?
Wait.
Just a quick comment on that, on the scooters, the Civilian Volunteer Patrol, which I volunteer, we were there at the Flamingo Park, and we were warning the scooters about their speed, we were giving them flyers, and in November,
Good.
possible, new ordinance or whatever the name is, where it's going to take the scooters out of the parks, they will have to walk until they go to a park.
On the bicycle
Yeah.
too. That's
This
the other thing.
is already, the police is already,
Okay,
working on that, and it's one
got it.
Yeah.
Sandra's had her hand raised.
Yes.
First of all, Commissioner Laura Dominguez, I wanted to say that the people who support you and admire you, we are with you with all these attacks that you're having, and that's not going to deter us from supporting you because we know all the good you've done, and we know all the good you're going to continue to do when you're elected for Commissioner in Group 2. And so my question to you is, what would be the first thing, once you're elected, would be your first priority to do, or that you haven't finished to do yet?
So I wrote in a previous email about having more transparency at City Hall and making sure that projects that are coming down the pike are clearly found on the city's website. So I have an item that I'm proposing, and it will take a couple months to work with IT and get it fixed. So that's my priority, so that people aren't curious about a particular project. It's something that can be on a dashboard.
I want to welcome Blake from the mayor's office. He's here.
He's always here, thank you.
Any other questions? I have not a question, maybe a question. There is, on the bicycle, I am always very persuaded about the bicycle. Even the people walking now, they think that you're coming and they have the right of way, and they just get out there on the phone, and there's a lot of breaking of the rules of the road because we have changed to a pedestrian, to a bicycle friendly, to a Segway friendly, to a scooter friendly. But the cars are like, it's their fault if anything happens. They always think from the cars. I happen to drive a car. I cannot drive a scooter. I cannot do a bicycle. I cannot do a Segway, and whatever, shoplift, and so I keep saying that we should have licenses for anything that is motorized. I was told, because we can't install a bicycle, a long time ago hit me, and they left, so I can't even identify the bicycle rider because they have nothing to identify them by. So there is very hard for the police, I believe, to try to do anything except education. And for those people nowadays that believe they're the only ones on the earth walking around or bicycle around, they just don't care. So maybe it's from Tallahassee. They told me that you cannot, the Miami Beach cannot apply license, but the law comes from Tallahassee. And maybe what with us is your lobbyists in Tallahassee are saying that it has become very dangerous. The traffic that we have and so many things that we need some form of work.
What gets to me is Miami Beach high school kids. You have to see when school lets out at Miami Beach High. None of them are on bicycles anymore. They're all on electric this and electric that. And it is insane. It is absolutely insane.
There should be something to motorize anything.
I agree. I will look into that.
Any more questions?
Okay, mine.
What?
Well, with that, thank you everybody for your time. I appreciate you very much. Enjoyed talking and pastries, and I'll be hanging around here for more individual questions. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Before everybody goes, excuse me, hello, not over yet. Thank you. So first of all, our next speaker is going to be on October 7th, Ava Frankel. And as an extra bonus, this Sunday, the City of Miami Beach, the fire and the police department, they're having a barbecue and a competition of the badges and the bone marrow gift of life. So they're going to be at the new park by the youth center on Pine Tree and 23rd from 10 to 12. So attendance is going to be very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's how